This is tough for me because football, just like a lot of you, it's a team sport. I found myself wondering how the heck did a 3-star recruit from Wayzata, Minnesota get to Columbus, Ohio? And when I showed up here, I knew about Ohio State, Michigan, which I am 4-0 versus. I thought it was so weird being from Minnesota has like 5 trophy games, and I was like, how is Michigan a big rival if there's no trophy game? It didn't make sense to me. But I quickly learned about the passion and the intensity of this rivalry. All I could think about to talk about tonight was the people who have helped me get to where I am. It starts with my mom and dad. Lots been documented about my father being a pro wrestler, but what you didn't see was the work ethic, the sacrifice, taking red-eye flights home to coach me in youth football after having been on the road sometimes 5 days a week wrestling. And I just want to say thank you, Dad, for your commitment and your effort. To my mom, that's 6 a.m. wake-ups for hockey, doing whatever it took to raise the 3 of us. And thank you for your dedication. To my sister, she was my biggest competitor. We got a lot of drag-out arguments and fights, and over that, it was back over internet, when I was still dial-up and you had to wait for the tone and all of that. We would do these competitions, and if I won, she would throw her hockey stick at me and sprint inside and take the internet, which was a big deal back then. To my brother, who served in the military, I've always looked up to him. Thank you for sticking up for me at the bus stop when people called me Dumbo and picked on me because of my big ears. And to my sister-in-law, Andrea, when I was very homesick after my freshman year, I almost transferred. But it's because my brother was living in Dayton and near Wright Pat. I would go and visit him. If he wasn't here, I wanted to have stuck it out and stayed at Buckeye. To my grandma and grandpa, my grandma definitely brought date cookies. She does every time, every sporting event I get date cookies. So thank you. I can still picture my grandpa pacing at every football and hockey game growing up. To my grandma Mary, we lost my papa a little over a year and a half ago. My greatest memories of him were, I was a huge Vikings fan growing up, so the Buccaneers were in the NFC Central at that time, and he lived in Tampa, so he'd always sneak Tampa Bay Buccaneers stickers all over my room. It used to drive me nuts. But they'd always bring king-size M&Ms were the best. I appreciate that. To my in-laws, thank you for always supporting me, accepting me from day one, and they're Italian, so they feed me way too much, so I appreciate that. The best decision I ever made was choosing Ohio State. Usually you're in the doghouse when you say that finding your wife is the second best decision. But I say that, honey, because if I had not chose Ohio State, I would not have met you. You've always been my rock. You've always, when I needed humbling, you always humbled me. Told me not to have a big head. And whenever I was down, you always picked me up and encouraged me. And so I'm thankful for that, and I love you. If you can't guess, I'm the emotional one in our relationship. That's why I have 2 daughters. I'm excited for Frozen and all that stuff. It's true. I love it. Real quick, sorry, I might be over 3 minutes already. I'm a talker, I'm sorry. My high school D coordinator, Matt Lombardi, taught me how to watch film, told me what I needed to do to get recruited. He and my father helped me burn DVDs and send them out to schools and hope that someone would watch. That leads me to Dick Tressel, Jim's brother, who happened to coach at Hamline University of Minnesota, so he knew the area, recognized me, and gave me opportunity. I only had 2 offers coming out of high school, and Doc recognized me and gave me a chance. Luke Fickle, the single most important person for me as a football player and as a person was Luke Fickle. He challenged me daily, always made sure I was getting better, and he drew something out of me that I never thought or didn't even realize that I even had deep down. And then obviously Jim Tressel, who turned me into Jim had us write goals as freshmen about your faith, about your family, about what you wanted to be as a man 5, 10 years down the road, and you had to fill it out because you had to meet with them. So you couldn't just, write whatever on there because he's going to question you on it, and then he would check with you 3 years later on it. And then my teammates, specifically Austin Spiller, who was in my class, Larry Grant, Marcus Freeman. I mention those names, it's because of those guys specifically that I always feared of losing my job. Starting out, Spiller was in my class. I was terrified he was going to beat me out, so he pushed me. So strong, so tough, pushed me every day. Marcus Freeman, we fight like little girls. My wife will tell you, me and Marcus fought like sisters. But it's because he literally brought the best out of me day in, day out. And then Larry Grant. I was on the verge of losing my job, going down to play Texas and Austin, one of those 1 versus 2. And if it was not for Larry Grant pushing me and the fear of losing that, I wouldn't be here today. So I just want to thank Ohio State, the people, the tradition, the excellence. They always say you win with people, and I've met the best people in my life here at school. I'm proud to now call Columbus home. I want my family to be raised here, and I love this school with everything I have. So thank you. Go Bucks.